message to the team to try to keep them focused with the 2 extra days going into this game?
Control what you can control. I felt like a couple of our practices, the Thursday and our Friday practice wasn't up to our standard. And so I looked at it as, hey, we got 2 extra days now to get it to our standard, and we practiced much better. Now I know it didn't reflect that in the opening moments of the game, but I was glad that we got that extra bit of practice to clean some things up. So, and again, if you spend all your time being upset about something you can't control, you're putting unnecessary energy in there. So we talked a lot about that. That we're a team about the process and getting a little bit better each day, and it gave us 2 extra days to get a little bit better, and so that's what we focused on instead of the things we couldn't control.
Nick the broadcast.
You mentioned the early start. How did you overcome those 2 turnovers there?
I think we just settled in. Again, you never want to start like that, and it was rusty. It was really rusty, and you never want to start like that. Give them credit too. They did some good things to I know they were in the right place with the drop, and they got pressure on Jalen on that. That's a good defense, and so we just I just give the guys credit of having a dog mentality, and it's okay, that we were down 10-0, and they just kept playing, and they played a really good game the rest of the way out. Defense held them to that was big when the defense held them to 3, and we were only down 10-0. Offense came alive, and it was just a good team win. I think what you saw is as disappointing as the slow start was, you saw a lot of guys contribute today, and that was just a great team win. You saw Jalen Reagor contribute in a big way today, and I was really excited about that because he works his tail off at practice, and he's got a lot of talent, and so I was just happy for him to get some play, make some big plays. Teron Jackson on defense, like you just saw it as a full team win of guys making plays. So started off rusty, but they bounced back because that's the type of team we have: resilient, dog mentality, next play mentality.
The camera caught you having maybe a spirited message for Jalen after the fumble. Can you close in on what that was?
Sure. Jalen and I are used to Jalen's dad coached him hard. My dad coached me hard, and so I think Jalen responds to tough coaching. He likes tough coaching, and I wasn't going to back down on him. I thought he was careless with the football, and I let him know that. And we're just honest with each other. And so sometimes it comes off as just that we're just talking through it, and sometimes I got to deliver the message a little bit different. But what a great job by him having that mentality just to he had 2 turnovers early, and the first one's not his fault. So he played a great football game today, one of the best football games I've seen him play. And so what an unbelievable job by him of what he say, flush it. Don't look at it, flush it, and then move on. So awesome job by him. And when you have a good relationship with your quarterback, you're able to have those tough conversations like that. And we moved on, and he played a great game for
How
me.
did he respond Sunday? Could he have played Sunday?
Yeah, we were anticipating him playing Sunday as well.
How did he respond in the moment to that tough coaching, and then what did you see from him after?
Like I said, I think that's how I know that his dad was tough on him, and I know Coach Saban probably didn't shy away from yelling at him at all, and so I just think Jalen's able to take tough coaching, and again, like I said, obviously he responded great because he played a phenomenal game from there on out.
How much did his ankle affect the game plan tonight? Were his marching orders to try to run a little bit less?
We did things without going into detail for competitive advantage reasons. We did things to help him out, and I'll just keep it at that.
How many you had passing game tonight overall? Just 26, 296 yards. How well did he look?
Yeah, he was. The ball was going where it was supposed to go. When he needed to run, he ran. The ball was accurate, and it wasn't. My college coach always would teach me that, or taught me that, like in a little bit of that drizzle, right, and when the field's a little bit wet like that, that's a great day to pass. And here's why. I know that's kind of the opposite, but the defensive line rush slows down because of the ground is wet. The wide receivers know when they're breaking, the tight ends know when they're breaking, the defensive backs don't. And so the fact that he handled that wet ball too, now it just takes a little bit more concentration to catch the ball and throw the ball. And but he did an unbelievable job in some weather that required it. So awesome job led by Jalen, really good job by our skill guys and an unbelievable job by our offensive line protecting.
You had some extra time as well, not only the bye, but the extra days. You've got Darius in that little tweak on offense.
He goes by Slay.
Slay.
Big play Slay.
Yeah,
All right.
obviously. You also tried to draw them off on the 2 points. Are these some of the things you thought about, or were they?
We had a lot of time to watch a lot of football. Yeah, I mean, we're always looking to.
On the weekend.
Yeah, see, who was it?
I think it was Paul.
It was, yeah. Yeah, see, we learn and we're constantly watching things to make ourselves better. I mean, the part of getting better every day is, not just with your own team, but learning from others. And so, yeah, we had an opportunity to sit back and watch some of those things and learn from them. So, yeah, we were able to implement a couple things and do a couple things to break some tendencies.
Nick, you guys are the first team, I think, 36 years to have 7 straight games and 175
Yeah.
rushing yards.
Yeah.
Is that just the offensive line? I mean, what does that
It
say
takes
about performance?
it takes everybody. It does. It always starts with the offensive line, and we got some gritty guys up front. And I don't want to sing. I mean, all of them. I mean, they all play. What a great job by Suo Opeta to step in and play a great game too, to be able to run the ball like we did and protect like we did against like I said, against a really good defense that I have a ton of respect for, with some good front guys. And so it starts there. Our backs, we got a good staple of backs. We got our receivers blocking on the perimeter. Dallas Goedert is one of the best blocking tight ends in the NFL, not to mention what he did catching the football. I think Jack Stoll's really coming along. And Jalen just gives you another element to the run game that's hard to stop. Front side wins games, back side wins championships is what I've always been taught. And so I know that's not, we're not in a championship mode, but it's just a saying that says backside's so important. And, when you have a quarterback like Jalen, that really has that makes the backside. They have to respect the backside in case he pulls it.
At 7-7 with 3 games to go, how do you feel about where the team is, and what was the message after?
Yeah, just good teams win in December, and my message basically was, you take care of business in December, you enjoy it for the night, and then you move on to the next one, and that's really our message all the way through. But we're on to the next one. And so we enjoyed it because we played a good complementary football game and played good at all offense, defense, and special teams. And we'll get back to work tomorrow.
Two more guys. Was there a considered effort to go up tempo, and if so, why?
Again, I won't go into too much of that with competitive advantage, but we do some tempo stuff, and we've been doing that this year. And I think when you look at when we look at our self scout. We've had success in that. So again, when you looked at our self scout, we did a ton of different things for our self scout during our bye week. But when you look at that, you want to duplicate things that you've been doing well. Tempo has been something that we've done well, and so it was really you stay on the offense when you're going fast, and so really good job by Jalen communicating Jason to get Jalen and Jason have just done a good job of getting everybody on the same page to be able to do that, because that takes great communication and great teamwork just to get that going in a fast setting.
What's it handle this week? 4 days rest, Christmas worked in there. How you gonna manage that?
Yeah. So tomorrow they're coming in tomorrow to get a lift, and they need they need a break from our coaches. Like they just need a mental break from us. It's been a long week, and as you guys can imagine, and so I think the best thing that we can do is they can come in tomorrow, get a little break from us, and then we'll get back to that'll give the coaches a little bit more time to work on New York, and then we'll be back with the players as coaches on Thursday. And it's important for our guy. I mean, I've always been brought up God family football, and so with Christmas coming up, we have work to do, and we got to get all our work done. But I'm gonna make sure on Saturday, instead of starting at 8, we start a little bit later on Saturday to make sure that we're spending time with our family, opening gifts on Christmas.
What about, are you going to do anything virtually this week?
Still talking through that a little bit with, obviously, just in talking to the doctors, just see what's the best. I think we did a really good job this week, and it's a credit to, our video department with Pat Dolan and John Ferrari and just so many people. I don't want to leave anybody out, but there's so many people put in so much work so that we could stay in person but be separated enough. And we have that great indoor over there to be able to do that. And again, I talked about everyone contributing. Everyone contributed this week within the building, and we do each week. But it really showed this week, with just some of the changes that we made just to keep our guys safe, and so that was good, just because it takes all hands on deck. It's to win in this league, and so just glad to be part of this great organization.